Okay, cool. Everything is working. Hello everybody. Welcome to the stream. Hi, Shadow Dupless. Hope you're having a great day, great night, whatever time it may be. Hi, Pikachu. Hello. Welcome everybody. Alright, 1 second. This is kind of a fan servicey shot. Hang on. We'll have everyone standing over here. Dang, all girl squad today. I got Arena, there's me, there's oh goodness, I forgot their names. Hang on. Okay, I forget, I give up. Alright. It is Nilna Liso. There you go. Almost 10 p.m. for you? Yeah, I started streaming a bit late today. There was just a lot I had to do today. But you know what, that's alright. Tomorrow it's gonna be very different. As in, I'm gonna start stream like way earlier. Because 1, I want to get that VGen commission done, and 2, I still want to work on game development, and that 3, it's the Zenless Zone Zero live stream. So today, I think we're gonna end stream earlier than normal at least. We're gonna end early-esque, and then we're gonna go and I'm gonna go recharge, and then I'll be able to react to the ZZZ live stream. We won't live stream it, but I will have a YouTube video up of my reaction to it, and then like thoughts afterwards. So we'll definitely have those up early, so look forward to that. That way you guys don't have to worry about missing a stream that's gonna be at like 4 a.m. PT. Dang, those streams are like, they're placed at such a weird time. Like, it's just, I don't know, I feel like this gotta be like a time frame where every time zone can watch it at like a semi-reasonable time, right? There's gotta be, right? Like, maybe it's like one where it's morning in some places and then like the afternoon in some place. Like, having it where it's just in the middle of the night for most people, or not for most people, but for like everyone just in the western sphere here. How early? I'm gonna say we're probably gonna go for maybe an hour and a half, or maybe 2 hours. I think 2 hours is reasonable, right? Yeah, let's go 2 hours. The stream will be 2 hours, starting 12 minutes ago when the stream started. That's how long the stream will be. Anyway, today we're gonna be playing Xenoblade Chronicles X. Last time we were just focusing on doing affinity missions. I think we're probably gonna do the same deal today. Just cause like I spent one stream going after the like the things from the thing, but those refresh, so I don't know if we can 100% knock that out, because I think it just keeps refreshing with like stuff we've already done. But or maybe not, I don't know. I actually don't remember. But definitely the side quests and the affinity missions, we can definitely work on those. They're going to restore the scale insurance on all the stuff. Alright, I'm sorry Lau, we're taking your scale. I am going to give it to Nail now. I'm gonna hope I don't regret giving it to Nail now. Weasel, and then we can keep it so that Arena does not have a thing. Wait, let me double check the schedule real quick. Just want to make sure I have this right. Yeah, okay, tomorrow is indeed just game development and then VGen art. We're gonna do the VGen art first. And then Saturday we're gonna be doing Wuthering Waves. Really excited about that one. Did you freeze? I hope not. I don't know, did you freeze? Let me make sure everything is working as intended. There we go. Okay, alright. Actually, wait, the Moranium just refreshed. Oh, we're maxed out. Oh, I let it cap. Oh, I'm a failure. Alright, that's okay. Alright, let's just manage the ANs. I've been maxing these out at an unreasonably fast rate. There we go. So then... yeah, these are gonna be like... maxed in no time. Twitch mobile is useless. You know what? Maybe it's just me. I feel like... I don't know if it's just how it is as of late. Maybe apps are evolving too fast. I feel like on my phone, everything just doesn't work good. Like, I don't have, like, my phone isn't that old. I mean, it's an iOS device, so maybe it's just an Apple problem. Because I used to be on Android, but I swapped to Apple for VTubing purposes. But I'm on iOS, and like the YouTube app is glitchy, the Discord app is glitchy, Twitch app is glitchy. Like nothing ever just works on my phone. It's like I have to close and open some apps because they're freezing, or like the iPhone doesn't have a back button. And the app glitched and didn't give me its own built-in back button. So now I had to close and open the app because there's no option to get myself out of the situation I put myself in. Like, I'll open an image on the YouTube app because someone put like a post, right? Because yes, you can post images to YouTube. I post my VTuber schedule there occasionally. And then like... it'll like open up a video, start playing an ad, and then I can't like get out of the picture that I clicked on, and then all of a sudden it's like, alright, I have to close and open the thing. Yeah, I don't know. I feel I feel like apps as of late, I feel like there was a time frame in like the mid 2010s or maybe early 2010s, I don't know, where like everything just worked, and now stuff just doesn't work, and I'm like, I don't know what's happening. We had it good maybe, or maybe I'm remembering wrong. But yeah, that's my rant. Hope that's alright, hope that's good. By the way, chat, how is the... actually, wait. How's the volume of this stream? Is it good? Is it alright? I know you can't hear the game yet because I'm playing music, because I'm basically just chatting right now. Well, actually, I should open up... I gotta open up my Twitch dashboard. I need to know. And that is alright. I opened up Twitch and there's a random stream of some person like redlining their car or something. That threw me off. Al is like, wait, what is that noise? I'm scared. Okay, there we go. Alright, everything's open. Everything's good to go. I guess we're just gonna play Xenoblade X. Alright, let's hop right into it. As much as I want to sit around stalling, it's a shorter stream, so may as well just get right into the game. There we are. Right, volume is good. I hope so. You guys can hear it, right? Alright, there you go. We're gonna try out some new volume settings. So you guys gotta keep an eye out, make sure that it's good. maybe it's too loud. Hang on. Okay, there we go. Alright, we're gonna test out some new volume settings. Alright, I'm doing an experiment, okay? So I put a limiter on the audio so that it never caps past a certain point. But I lowered the core audio and increased the volume in which the limiter allows. So yeah, hi Nimasera, welcome. Hope I'm having a great stream. I hope I have a great stream. Thank you very much, I appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by. We're playing Xenoblade X today. Really fantastic time. I'm going to be doing affinity missions because we have a lot of them to get through. I don't know which ones I want to do though. Let's do this one, Close Comrades. I feel like that one is probably a good one to do. And that way everything works just fine. I mean, we're a high enough level for it. I do think I should probably invest in gear. I haven't been like investing that much in my items because, well, one, items are expensive, and two, I've been trying to like hold on the money for I've been holding on the money for how do I put this? For my skills in the future when you reach level 60. Although we are getting far enough into the game that like stuff is getting pretty dang strong. Let's see here. Wait, what is the... let's compare this. How does this look compared to my old one? Very big attack increase. TP gain is not increased by that much. Actually, you know, it's probably... you probably don't need to upgrade. What about my weapon? I'm almost close to level 60. Yes, I'm level 51 right now, so I'm not too far off. It's just not that big of an increase as well. Alright, well that's my main character. What about my other characters here, like Nail Mao? He probably isn't like that strong right now. Oh yeah, no, never mind. Super weak item on here. I think Nail Mao is a mainstay. I don't know, I just really like her design. I feel like cuter character designs really vibe with me, and she has a very, very cute face. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the hairstyle. What are the ratings I would give this game? I like it a lot. I would give it a 9 out of 10. Maybe, like, okay, keep in mind, alright, the way I score things, right? I am not a believer in that nothing is perfect, therefore nothing can be a 10 out of 10. I'll give something a 10 out of 10 if I just really, really like it. You know what I mean? So this game is maybe a 10 out of 10. It's like, it's my favorite mech game. Like, the mech mechanics are just so cool in this. And I like how much content you get. So I feel like this is just a really high value game. Definitely something worth playing through. Especially if you have a lot of time to kill. There's so much to do in this game. If there's any downsides, it's on the Nintendo Switch, which means it's not gonna run at a very high frame rate. Hopefully the Switch 2 increases the game's graphics and stuff. But this game is fantastic. Definitely, like, I am glad people are enjoying it. I do think that people kind of stopped talking about it very quickly, which makes me think it's probably not as good as I was hoping it is. Like, well, as I thought it was. But at the same time, though, there's a lot of people that are like, oh, this is amazing. So then at the same time, I'm like, oh, it's better than I thought it was. Because I played this back on a Wii U back in like 2017, 2018. I don't remember when it released. When it originally released. Actually, it might have been 2015. It might have been 10 years. It might have been almost 10 years since this game released on the Wii U. Yeah, now it's getting new life on Switch. It's fantastic. I like the story. I like the characters. I like the gameplay. If you like MMOs or like really long JRPGs of characters that you can get attached to, this game is pretty good for that. Definitely if you're wondering if you're gonna get your money's worth, I think 100% you are indeed getting your money's worth. The game is just really, it's just filled with content. Not everything is voice acted though. That's something you gotta accept. But yeah. Ooh, I don't know. Yo, maybe I don't buy anyone here until we're level 60 and we can get like the maxed out stuff. I think we just have to cope with us doing like no damage for a long while. Maybe I can get us some better like skill item. Oh, never mind. Alright, you know what? Never mind. We don't need new gear. Let's just do missions. This one we're going for? I think so. Yeah, this is the one. As long as I like it, that's all that matters for the most part. Anything that I play,
not recently, no.
I probably like it, or I'm going to see if I like it.
Not plans so much as a mission.
Like if it's not a brand new game.
Together.
And he stood you up? Ah, that's so tacky.
Actually,
really
no. Actually, I feel like I tried a lot of games for
Still,
the first time on my stream,
I'm
so
sure
never
he had
mind.
his reasons, so try not to be too harsh.
It's pretty rare for me to
alright?
play a game that I've already
Wait,
played on
what?
stream.
Why are you defending the guy who
Xenoblade
stood you
X
up?
is one of the exceptions,
another
along
fair
with Persona
point.
3. But Persona 3 was a
You're such a
remake, though,
weirdo.
so
What's the deal?
I don't know.
Why
It's
are you
kind of
so
like
protective
in a
of
weird
WoW
spot.
Anyway?
We go way back. We were in the same unit before serving under the colonel.
Wow, that long?
Yep. I was a scout. He was a sniper. We fought all over the world before the coalition government formed.
Man, I bet there are some stories there.
Yeah. Not sure I want anyone
You
hearing.
can increase the volume a little bit.
Hey, Elmo, what do you
By the
think?
way, chat, how
Maybe
is the
we can
volume
help
so
Doug out
far?
Since Lao was a no-show?
I certainly don't mind. Is it something we could manage?
Oh, well, sure. It's nothing that requires a Pathfinder specifically. If you all want to help, I'd gladly take it.
Okay, then.
Sounds good. All right,
Tatsu on
perfect.
the case. Doug can rest easy.
Fantastic. Alright, here we go. Let's help out Doug. See what
That's
he
reassuring.
means. Doug is such
We're
a
heading
cool
to
design.
Noctilum?
I wish he had a cooler haircut,
3
though, I'll
days
be
ago,
honest.
we started picking up scattered UN
But like the
responses in
mecha
area.
outfit looks so cool.
These are the spots. Problem is, we can't run our usual analysis through Frontier Nav.
So you want us to go check them out in person?
Exactly. If you can take these 3, my team will handle the others.
So I will say,
Sounds like a
my
piece of-
specific gameplay footage
We'll get in touch
of
once
this
we've
game
gathered the
is a
data.
little bit better than how
That'll
the
be
game would look
perfect.
normally.
Thanks. HQ's
And the
offering
reason
a
that
reward,
is
of course.
because I am
But either
running
way,
my Nintendo
drinks
Switch
are on me
through an
once you're
upscaler. And it's essentially, it's adding an extra layer of anti-aliasing. But like, it's adding it to the image, not the game itself. So it's not like perfect anti-aliasing, but it makes the game feel higher resolution than it actually is. So yeah, the game, long story short, the game is looking very clean because of this upscaling. I'm going to use this same thing on the Switch too. And I'm going to hope that it makes the game look really, really nice. It filters the output. Well, it's a hardware mod. Kind of. It's like it's a modded HDMI cable essentially.
Are you kidding? Of course I do. Just leave it to me.
But yes, and the Switch
We'll
outputs
be
an
looking
image
forward to it.
through the HDMI, and then I run that HDMI through an external device that upscales the footage, and then that device goes into my TV, or my monitor in this case. Or in my case, actually, that device goes into the Elgato, and then the Elgato captures this footage, and that goes into the stream. Well, you haven't fished that hard this week? I think you can actually check like the leaderboard on your own. I think it's... Wait, let me double check. Is this a thing? Okay, it's not a thing. I don't remember what the command is. Oh, actually, wait, no, that was the command. That was indeed the command. Hang on. Oh, okay, there we go. You can barely read it, but it's readable, right, chat? Oh my goodness, that's like 50,000 fishes. Alright, where am I going? Click Nada Knuckles Deca Potamon. Alright, I don't know where that is. Let's take a look. Alright, Noctino. That is a lot of fishing. Oh my goodness. Think you're gonna jump off? There we go, it's his plane.
Seems the response was coming from this plant.
The data collection's finished. I'll upload it to Frontier Nav.
Alright, let's head to the next spot.
Right.
Where's the other ones? Oh dear, I'm not walking there. Alright, teleport. I should have probably taken my scales, actually. I think that probably would have been the move. That is a lot of fishing that's happening. Hi, Saint Taku. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Oh my goodness, it's to pull me back. Gear grinding today. We're doing more affinity missions today. Because I was going to get better gear, but I figured I may as well wait until I'm level 60 before I solidify any of my like gear. That way I can get the best of the best gear. Or well, not the best of the best, but like the good enough gear that will let us grind for the real gear that we want. Because like all the real gear is like drops from enemies, you know what I mean? Niagara Moo, Hi Modern Tragedy.
Okay,
You wish you
we're
could have
done
cool stuff on
analyzing
the
this
side of your
one,
nickname too.
I'll put
You
it
know,
up
you
on
switch, you know how to
Frontier
do it.
Just one to go.
So okay, some of that
Let's
stuff
knock it
is
out.
like subscriber stuff, so it's for people that like pay money. The VIP badge you can earn from just watching the channel, but it does take a very long time, and then you have to redeem it as like a channel points thing. And then let's see here. Yeah, those are the main ones. The VIP badge is obtainable, but like you do get it faster if you subscribe, because well, when you're paying money, it's pay to win. Long story short, it's pay to win to get the cool stuff. But you can earn it free to play. There we go. That's okay though, I recognize the names on my stream. I mean, I recognize the regulars on my stream. $56k points, it'll take a while, yeah. Long story short, I stream so much it ruins the economy. There's like people that have like 200,000 points. Oh, there is a way to earn points faster. We haven't done it in a while. But sometimes we do like gambling where you can bet your points on the outcome of something.
Right. Upload to Frontier Nav confirmed. That's the last of them.
Tier 3 sub for
Good
more
work.
points. That's a
I'll let
lot of
Doug
money.
know.
I almost don't recommend tier 3 subbing, but you know, I'm not gonna turn down money at this
Are you in
point.
combat?
You only
We'll
have
be
2k?
right there.
Yeah, so another way to earn points fast is by betting them when we do like when we do gambling streams. It's pretty rare, we don't do that often nowadays because I'm free to play in gacha.
Fair enough. But
But usually during the gacha game streams, like when we're doing bets, it'll be like, oh, do I win or lose the
Hey,
50-50?
I wanna
And then
drink
people
too.
bet on the thing, and then the person that
There's a
wins
cafe
gets
that
all
makes
the
really
points in
good
the end.
cocoa. Very expensive.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I can make that happen.
And Shadow Duplas has 9 more.
When we're done.
9
Elma,
more
you think
fish
he'll be
to
okay?
catch. There's 9
I'm
more
sure he'll be
redeems. Oh
fine.
my goodness.
Doug is a man of his word. Guys like him always fight harder when they've got a promise to
People on
keep.
YouTube are like, I can't
Sounds
see
like
it.
the
It's
opposite
blocked
of
by the
WoW,
logo.
That guy never keeps a
Which is on
promise.
purpose because
Yeah,
the
no
fishing is a
kidding.
Twitch
All right,
feature,
let's
so
go hold up our end of the bargain.
it's connected
Time
to
to
Twitch,
earn
not
that
YouTube.
cocoa.
Yep.
Ow. Alright, click the 4th piece of data. Oh my goodness. Alright, get back in the skull. Honey, it's time to get back in the skull and fly across the map.
Don't remember
Alright,
inviting
here we
me.
go. Oh no, it's the little... I hate these guys because they're all aggressive for some reason. Regardless of their level, it's actually wild.
Hey, Elma. Were there always this many indigents kicking around here?
No, definitely not.
But lucky for you,
I wonder
Modern
if the
Tragedy,
plant is
I
drawing
stream
them
all the
somehow.
time. And by all the time, I mean every day. Building up points is not
I'll
not
start
that
the
hard.
analysis.
Actually, ooh, funny metal tubes. But alright, the flipping.
And that's that. We're good.
I stream so often that earning points is pretty
You
easy.
may have finished the data collection.
Especially if you just throw me in the background whenever I
It looks
stream.
like the mission isn't over just yet.
You
They'll
don't
probably know
suppose
too much
Doug's
about you,
team-
like your favorite color.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, are you guys
They may
testing
be
me?
dealing with the
Do
same
I
problem.
know chat's favorite color?
Bring on nasty critters. Friends will teach them all a lesson.
You can help out
Is it
anytime, you know.
green? I mean, it's green, most definitely, right? Why else would our green group put green
Incoming
in their name? Alright, watch, I'm gonna be wrong. Oh shoot, we're getting attacked. Yo, they're jumping me! Oh my goodness, I failed! Wait, I was distracted by chat. Alright, nuke them. Oh my goodness, they all died.
This was
Whatever do you mean? Do you change your name color? Oh my gosh. And Chad, you guys know my favorite color? This is a test now. This is a test now.
Sorry to keep you guys.
Doug.
I'd have come sooner if I could. Guess this means I owe you both cocoa and chocolates, huh?
You know it.
Red only on horns. Oh my goodness, wait, what is that? There's a whole jack-o'-lantern. Oh my gosh. Yo, a Halloween drop. That's crazy. Oh my goodness, Nail now is almost maxed. I'm gonna have to swap her out soon.
Ready to move on your command.
Oh no, it's a really big one. Anyways. No. Oh my goodness. What is happening? Get him. How much HP does this thing have? It's only level 18. Hit it with the big boom boom.
The world is watching.
Bruh. With a single fish, you got you got bamboozled. That's actually despair. You got cooked. I'm gonna be honest, guys. Though
These plants certainly seem to have some
red.
unique properties.
Actually, it is my favorite
No
color now.
kidding.
But you know what? It wasn't
Anyway,
my favorite color
Let's
when I
meet up in
started
the
the
city
channel.
after I submit my report. We can split the reward, and I'll finally get you those drinks.
It
Copy
changed
that.
along the
Be
lines.
careful.
It wasn't
do.
red for a
Meet
bit,
you at the
and then it
cafe.
was red after.
I'll call Lau too, so he can pony up as well.
It's a date.
Nang Kakala and Maurice the Cord. Green is not the creative color. Oh my goodness, that guy is so loud. And blue to orange to red. Actually, funny enough, orange was never my favorite color. I just thought it complemented the outfit. I'm pretty sure the reason I picked orange was because I liked main Guilty Gear. And then I got an orange outfit. There it is, that's what I'm looking for. Skell Wrecking. Oh no way. Get him! Oh my goodness.
Make me break a sweat.
Okay, cool, he's dead. Was it originally orange? No, you were not right. My original favorite color was blue. I liked the blue a lot, which is why blue is like a core part of my design. It was like I liked blue accenting on things that were red. Which you can see on my scale. It does make me a bit nervous on the Robelle 3.0 redesign. Because it really is drastically different. It's like... It is very, very different. But you guys will have to get used to it. You guys will just have to accept it. Because like, I don't know, the new design, I thought it was peak. I thought it was like a 10 out of 10, but we'll see. Remember when I ranted about grass and why it should be blue? I ranted about grass and why it should be blue? You guys didn't clip that? Oh my goodness, that must have been going crazy. Alright, I'm gonna go up there. Oh, that's so high up. If only I could fly and just go up there. Alright, let's just head back to the city. We'll do like all the crazy exploration when we can fly around wherever we want. Alright, where's the commercial district? Here it is. Oh my goodness, it's Lao.
Wow.
Hey, Lynn, listen. I hear you covered for me on a job.
I did. And it was a ton of work, too.
Yeah, Lao, you're in
bad.
trouble now.
Look,
You little
how
girl,
about
do
I
your
treat
work.
You to some tea to make up for it. I know a shop that sells the good stuff. Grown right here on Mira.
Wow, how exotic. Okay, you're forgiven.
Wait, what? That's all it took?
Hey, maybe next time you won't try to bribe me with chocolates like some little kid.
Who doesn't like chocolates?
Hey, what are you, a detective? I'll make it up to you as well, okay?
Any word on the results of that plant analysis, Doug?
Nope, nothing yet.
Well, I hope it's nothing serious.
It was during a Genshin
You're
Impact
telling me.
stream. During the summer
Not
book
to
event, you
worry.
said that it was
Whatever
interesting.
happens,
Yuzu was
Tatsu
purple
is
for some
here.
reason.
And
Oh,
Tatsu more
okay,
than happy
yeah.
to help
Okay, you know
friends
what?
and
Alright,
other
I
pathetic
understand.
sad beings who need it.
I understand. To be fair, I thought we were talking about wait, just now. I thought when you saying I ranted about grass being blue instead of green. I thought now there's something I was saying about like the real world. But in Genshin, yeah, if it's like a fantasy thing, it would be cooler if they embraced more colors for the environments. Because a lot of Genshin Impact has been green for a little too long.
You heard?
Like remember when Sumeru came out and everyone's like, ew, it's just Mondstadt but with hills.
Crazy!
I'm like, it's fine that it's green because it's the Dendro area. But then we went to Natland and like, there was not that much red.
Hey, listen.
Like, maybe it doesn't have to reflect the element that it's based around. But like, that would be cool, right? I think Natland did try to fade red into its color scheme though, because like the cliffs are red and they try to make like a lot of like walls, so a lot of the area you see is red. I just wish the grass wasn't like the same old vibrant Genshin green. Required level 48. Alright, we're gonna get cooked by that one. That's chapter 11. Requires chapter 9. Chapter 8. And what chapter are we even on? I don't remember. Yeah, let's do this side bit. Let's do this random side quest. Actually, wait, no, wait, hang on. Let's see. Any affinity missions I can do? Alright, this one right here. Really happy that you can just skip on Sumeru, to be honest. Wait, what do you mean skip on Sumeru? Like, just skip all of it? Is that a thing?
What do you think?
Alright, what is this side quest?
Come at perfect time.
Oh, it's a Tatsu quest! Ew! Oh, what have I done?
Rivals? Ha! More like eternal enemies. Tora is eternal nemesis of Tatsu.
Ah, so yeah.
Tora!
Tatsu meet Tora here in New LA. Sparks fly from eyes in first second. In that moment, Tatsu know he would one day battle Tora for supreme Nopon supremacy.
Near two-way force of
So,
Fontaine
like,
and one
frenemies?
vanilla and the people pick the monster ever. Oh, that's what you mean.
Anyway, Tora
I thought you
has
meant
been
like
looking for
story-wise. Yeah,
Tatsu.
you're right. Yeah, you
Tora
do get an
has
easy
juicy
teleport.
and special bit of news to
Lets you
share.
get there really easy. I think it's because like the
Tora
characters
share
on the
hush
manual. It's
hush
like, oh, it's all
secret with
Natland
Tatsu.
units.
To
It would
make
suck if you
Tatsu
start
owe Tora a
Genshin
favor,
and
of
you're in
course.
Mondstadt and then you're
So,
trying to build your character
Nopon
and then you have to
Caravan
fight the
recently
boss
moved into
in
Noctilev.
Natland.
And
To
Tatsu
level up
doesn't
his
care
character.
about stupid Caravan. Oh
You need to get in the
no!
mats
Even if Caravan
in
is
Natland to level up his
Tatonga
character.
Caravan?
It's one thing that like Wuthering Waves hasn't fixed yet, and I need them to fix it. So Wuthering Waves lets you fight the bosses and get the drops early. But like the world items that you have to gather to ascend the character, they're locked to the region. So if you haven't unlocked Arena CT yet, then you can't level up your characters. I know, cause I went through it. I was trying to build Phoebe and I didn't have access to Fontaine.
Will you
I didn't have
stop
access to
pacing around
Arena
already?
Sita.
Yes, ma'am.
because
So
I
what's the
flipping
big deal about this Dodonga
I was waiting
caravan?
to stream it in the story and I
Nopon are
couldn't build my
nomadic
Phoebe
people,
passes or
travel
anything.
in caravans. Caravans are named after Nopon leader at time caravan is
Genshin
born.
has the same issue with
So this is a
Inazuma.
caravan established
You
by a
don't get
Nopon named
Inazuma until you
Dodonga?
get there in the story,
Yes,
which means if you pull an
Dodonga is
Inazuma
great
character and you
hero
just
pod
start
who
it,
made even
you're
greater
actually cooked,
caravan.
you're fried,
What's
that
any
character
of
is
that got
not
to do
usable
with
for
you,
you.
Tatsu?
Everything to do with Tatsu. Tatsu was born in Dodonga caravan. Mamapon still lived there.
Your mother's there? Why haven't you gone to see her before this?
Caravan moves every few days, and Tatsu lose track of Dodonga caravan after being captured. Tatsu could not go back for a visit even if Tatsu wanted to.
But now that you know where
That
it
and you
is, are you
pulled
going to
Kujo
go
Sara.
back?
Now Tatsu
It
is
was
pillar
reaching
of
luck,
blade
yeah.
community. If Tatsu leave,
Honestly,
entire city
I'm
could
gonna
come
be honest.
crashing
I think
down.
the act of
Or
building
maybe
characters
no one would notice.
in these gacha games,
Manly is mean.
All right, you two.
I
Let's go pay
almost
this
feel
caravan
like
a visit together. It can be a goodwill
it's something
tour
we
of
should get
sorts.
rid of. I don't
Hey,
know,
yeah.
Chad. Is that
I wanna see
like
where
a?
Tatsu comes from.
There, we should be paying attention to the story, but it's Tatsu backstory. I don't care about him. I don't want to see a whole pack of Tatsus.
Right? Imagine this, but way more of it.
But like,
Somehow
yeah, the
Tatsu
act
feeling
of building
friends not
characters
really
in gacha
excited.
games, I feel like I
No,
get it.
we're
People want to feel progression,
thrilled.
but like if you're an end game player,
Okay,
right?
then.
When you pull a
Tatsu
character
is
and
ready.
you can't use
Ready
them
to confront
until
demons
6
of
weeks later
past.
because you need to
Ready
farm
to
the
face
the weekly
uncertain
domain.
future. Ready to
You need to
visit
farm new
Mamapon.
artifact disc set or whatever, a new relic set. You need to farm the new mats that just
What a
released
little
with the
drama
update, and
queen.
you need to farm the new boss that just released with the update. And then your stamina capped. You can't you don't have enough resin. You don't have enough trailblazer power. You don't have, like, it's not. It doesn't feel good. You know what I mean? It's like maybe like they can lock a gear behind it, but the act of like having to level up your character, you have to go and farm all these mats. And like the main issue is it's locked by stamina, right? Like and also it's like it's lame because when you first start a game, you don't even really get to fully experience the character. Like for example, let's say you start Genshin Impact, because you fell in love with Raiden Shogun, right? And then Raiden Shogun is your first character. You grinded, you got her. You can't even use her because you need to have like energy recharge. Like super duper built, right? So like you get her and like all her whole kit is in her ultimate. So you get that once and in a blue moon because you have nowhere near enough energy recharge to use it on the regular. And like this doesn't just apply to Genshin, right? Like this applies to all the gacha games, right? Like if I pull Zanny and I'm excited in Wuthering Waves and then I want to take her into I want to take her into the one place where combat actually matters, the Tower of Adversity. Alright, but unfortunately I gotta build her, I gotta farm echoes. Well, luckily I pre-farmed all that. But even then I didn't have enough stuff to max her out fully, so it's like dang, I can't even use her right now. I'm pretty sure this is the one where... Okay, we don't have that unlocked yet. Let's just go this way. But yeah, I feel like the whole thing with building characters, at the very least, I think having like time-gated resources that release when the character releases is something that's like that definitely hurts the experience. But yeah, do you guys think there's gonna be like a gacha game where you'll just get the character and then you don't really have to worry about leveling them up or building them? Or maybe like there's lots of gacha games where you just have an abundance of the resources. So building them is really, really easy. Am I going to the right am I in the right place? Alright, we're gonna hope that they're in this cave, and if they're not, I'm about to get fried by random monsters. Oh, I know, wait, this is the right place. You make a world limit deal rather than item limit because you would fully expect a new player to get into the endgame content to understand why into level up the character. Like, sure, you can level 90 at world level 3, but you would just one-shot most things. That isn't satisfying. But I feel like the level system in gacha games doesn't feel good because it never scales properly. Like, you just use mats to max them out. Like, for example, Honkai Star Rail, when I first started it, right, at the very beginning of the game, nobody's built. The turn-based combat actually matters because everything's a threat, right? But the second I was level 90, I had my characters built up. All the overworld combat got trivialized. It's all trivialized. It doesn't matter. We just auto-battle everything. Alright, now the combat doesn't matter. And then, now we have to go play in, flippin'...
This bring
We
back
have to go play an
memories.
MOC to enjoy the
Tatsu
combat. Oh,
finally
never mind,
back
they
in the
ruined that
Donga
mode. Now there's nothing
Caravan,
in this game for
where
me
it
except for
all
the story.
began.
Oh, and they ruined that too, because it's 8 hours with 2 minutes of cutscenes. Amazing.
Is that Tatsu? Tatsu?
If you were to
Oh,
expect that, it wouldn't be a
Tatsu
gacha
was
per
eaten
se, it would
alive
be
by
Xenoblade
Pro.
Chronicles 2.
Datapon! It's
You know, that's a fair comparison. Datapon. Wait, whoa, hey, whoa.
Datapon have presents.
What do you mean Datapon? I don't remember
Wait
this.
1 minute.
You left all these children behind?
Are you telling me you're actually just some middle-aged deadbeat?
Friends misunderstand. Tatsu's still sweet Nopon boy of 13.
Hush, little Pon. That is not your Datapon.
Oh, okay, never mind.
That is
Okay, I
your
remember this.
brother Pon.
I was like, I swear he wasn't. I swear, I know that's Ricky in Xenoblade 1.
That's Tatsu's mom?
And he became a hero because he had to feed his like 50 bajillion starving children.
Well, I
But
suppose
Tatsu
you'd
was
better
not a
introduce
father.
us.
There was no way. Alright. And being a game 100% skill base also isn't good because then it doesn't fund the gacha or reason to pull new characters. Like, almost. Like, you can still have it be like stat based. And then you can also still have a gearing system, right? I just think that, like, getting a leveling system that scales properly is pretty hard. I mean, like, if we're talking skill-based gachas, we've seen one fail already in Tribe 9. Tribe 9 was fully skill-based. Okay, not fully, there was still a level system, but like, if you played good, you were rewarded for it, which was like something that gachas don't do normally. Gachas normally, they reward you for having the stats and the firepower to complete the content. But for Tribe 9, it's like you can be underleveled, go into an area, play good, don't get hit, and you can get by just fine. Speaking of which, chat, I will have you all know I do plan to play the rest of Tribe 9 on stream now that it is end of servicing. I would like to experience the entire game in its
Coco
in
never
its
dreamed for
full
a minute that Tatsu's still alive.
glory before it dies.
Tatsu also gave up hope when he was dragged off by Nasty Prone. But then,
Yeah, I
no
feel like
friend
for
saved
the
Tatsu.
gacha space, making the game skill
Where are
based
Coco's manners? Coco is very
is
pleased to meet
probably
Tatsu's
pretty
hero
detrimental.
pond
just because
The
a
pleasure
lot of
is
gacha
ours,
players are
Coco.
on
I'm
mobile,
Elma, a friend of your son's.
or they just don't have skills,
And
so they'd
I'm
rather
Lynn.
throw money
Nice to
at
meet
it
ya.
so that they can complete the content. But at the same time, I also think that, like, if you design the game so that your character can't be ready to go on the day that I pull the character, then that is probably bad design. Like, you buy a shiny new toy, you get this shiny new character that you spent money on, and then you can't use them because they're not built. And now I'm sad. And the thing, right? And the key wording here, right? I'm not saying, oh, I should be able to build the character immediately. I should be able to use the character as soon as I get them. Or, like, not as soon as I get them, but, like, shortly after I get them, right? So, for example, if the game were to provide a game mode where you don't have to have your character fully built, where you can use that character and they'll be fine, even if they're only partially built, that's probably just as good.
Oh, friend of Tatsu is so charming and obviously smart.
Main chat are normal players.
Tatsu
You
is
spend
just
hours
glad to
min
see
and
Mama
annexing,
Pond
testing, and
safe.
landing characters. And the
Caravan
majority of players are
scattered to
not
four
good
winds
players.
after
Well, that's what I'm
attack.
saying though, right? I'm not saying it's like a
That
skill
must have
based thing.
been
I'm
terrible.
saying that they should be
Tatsu
able to
thought
use their
home was
character,
gone
right?
forever.
Like, okay, I'm using
Glad you
endgame
made it back,
as the
Tatsu.
baseline for endgame players,
Thank
right?
you,
And not
Lindley.
everyone's gonna have access to endgame.
Oh,
But like
Tatsu
my
is
point
now
still
13
stands.
years old,
Alright,
Mama
for
Pop.
example, I used an example with
That
a brand
means
new
he's
player who
full-grown
just started
Mama. And now
with
Tatsu is
Raiden
ready to
Shogun and
accept
Genshin Impact.
glasses
If you
Mama
pull
Pop
Raiden
says she
Shogun, you
hold
can't
until he
even
turns
use your kit
13.
because half of it's locked behind level ups.
Right.
And then you can't even
Those.
use your cool ultimate
Are
on
they special in
cooldown
some
or
way?
like that often because
Very.
the
Dad
player
Pop
doesn't
wear
have the
glasses when he was
resources
young,
or the
no Pop.
gear to have the energy recharge to
Tatsu
use it at a
inherited
reasonable
glasses,
amount.
but promised
They're gonna
not
get
to wear
that,
them
that
until
fun
all
joy of
grown
having
up.
the ultimate once every
Where's your
like
father now?
hour when they're running around in the
Tatsu,
overworld
not one to
praying
talk
that they
about
get
it.
enough like
Sorry.
skill particles and energy
sorry
to
too,
power up her
Tatsu.
ultimate. Like when I played through
Coco
Genshin
was
for the
sure
first time, right?
Tatsu was
I thought
gobbled up.
ultimates were like a thing that you only got once in a blue moon until like end the game where you start min-maxing energy recharge and you realize,
old
oh, you're
no
supposed to be able to
contradiction.
use these things on cooldown.
Loved one entrusts item to sea, so it can float to absent
And I'm like,
no
it's
pond.
like that's weird, right? That's like, okay, imagine you're playing a
glasses
fighting game,
special.
right? You buy the new character,
Glasses are only
and then
thing
you're
Tatsu
not allowed
has
to use the heavy
remember
attack,
Dad
you're not
Pop.
allowed to use the kick, you're not allowed to use any of your specials until way later when you play the game for 3 weeks and you pick up an item that you can equip on the character that lets them use those moves. Like that's dumb. Like a lot of gacha games get away with it. Get away with this whole like, oh, this level system because for a lot of endgame people, they just fully max out the character as soon as they receive them. But in things like Genshin, in Zenless Zone Zero, in Honkai Star Rail, in Wuthering Waves, it's a constant thing, right? You pull a character and then it's like, oh, you pre-farmed, right? We have to pre-farm. We have to pre-farm if we want to use the character day one. In some cases, it's not even an option because the boss isn't available or some mats aren't available, right? For example, guys, when I pulled the Varessa, right, I pre-farmed her mats, right? But I couldn't even 90 her because her material wasn't available until that update, right? I had to go into other people's worlds and steal their mats. The average player doesn't know what's good or how to play where it really doesn't matter, let alone when average. Well, I'm not saying like, oh, you have to be sweaty and there for rotations. I'm saying they can't even ult. They can't even they can't ult. They can't do the cool things the character can do, right? Like you see 4 buttons on the screen when you're on mobile, right? For like Raiden Shogun, right? You see like your skill, you see your dash, you see your normal attack, or you see your jump button, right? You hit the skill, nothing happens. She does like a slash, nothing happens, right? And you're like, oh man, I can't wait for that ultimate to fill up, and then press that button, and it never fills up for like the first hour of you playing because you just have no energy recharge. Your biggest for Genshin was having Yu Utao as your first 5-star. She drains HP. The only healer is Barbara, and she doesn't make particles, so you had 2 choices: get good and be dodge with 1 HP, or not play Utao. Well, see, that's the thing, right? It's like, now you have a character that's reliant on other characters, which amplifies my point even more. Actually, we're gonna point this even towards like Honkai Star Rail, right? Where it's like, imagine you pull Acheron, right? And then you're like, oh, I need Nihility characters. I need to build Pela. I should have pulled Silverwolf. I should have pulled Jelsho. And it's like, this character is unusable without all this prep time. And I'm like, if I pull a character, they should just be usable. Or at the very least, like now, recently, actually, we've been seeing this with, I think it's just Honkai Star Rail that's implemented this, right? But they let you pre-farm characters before they're even released. Because you can like set them as like the guide. Then you want to build this character, they're upcoming, and then you can collect the mats for them so that they're ready day one. Except it only works half the time because if there's a new boss that's like you have to farm for that character, well, good luck. Good luck getting the weekly mats for that one. ZZZ, they let you farm the weekly boss using stamina. So if you save up like batteries and stuff, then you can farm a character day one, right? Actually, we're gonna see this problem in ZZZ next patch in 2.0. Why? Because Yishuan, she's a new type of character. I don't think we officially know what the type of character is called, so I'm gonna not refer to it as that. But like, she's a new role, right? She's probably gonna use new boss mats. It's probably gonna be using new like level up mats for the ascending. I mean, I'm assuming she's Ether, right? So surely she uses the Ether skill chips, right? If not, well, then that's gonna be Cope, right? It's not gonna feel good when we pull her and then I'm gonna have to flip in build her. I'm gonna have to build her the hard way. I'm gonna just have to use stamina. I mean, I guess, okay, a lot of games have implemented this, where if you don't use your stamina, you can store it up, right? We can store up our energy. We could do that, and then we'll just have like 1,000 or 2,000 to farm Yishuan stuff with. It took you about 20 minutes to fight Child using only Amber since he killed the rest of your team, and that was the most fun you had early game. I mean, yeah, everyone enjoys challenge, right? Like, definitely Genshin is like way harder at the beginning, right? And that's probably what made it fun. And then now the fun we get from it isn't from the difficulty, but from executing the rotations properly because we have the gear for it. But I feel like the act of gearing the characters is not fun. Actually, no, the act of building the characters is not fun. The act of actually, no, never mind. Yeah, the act of gearing the characters isn't fun.
That's right. If she threw them in the ocean, they probably washed up somewhere.
Hey, Lindley, right. All hope not lost just yet.
I guess, like, long
Miss
story
Coco,
short, you could just go
you
play
show
a
me
real
where you
game
threw
that's
the
not a
glasses?
gacha.
I'll see if I can track the
That,
current.
like, when it has characters,
Of course!
they're just ready to go.
And they should be right about...
But I think it's just like, that's a core aspect of gacha games that
That's not
needs,
far from an LA.
that needs to
Tatsu, go
evolve,
there
I
right
think.
away.
I think, though, in the near future, we're probably gonna start seeing that. There's a lot of games that copy the formula that Hoyoverse made with Genshin Impact, right? Like the 50-50 system, a lot of people copy. The pity system, where it's like you're guaranteed a 5-star after so and so many pulls. That's from Hoyoverse. Or maybe it's not from Hoyoverse, but it was popularized by them. This whole like Genshin Impact, where like you have to search the world for items. You have to get different materials for the skills. You have to get different materials for the weapon. You have to get different materials for the character ascending, right? A lot of gachas copied this, and I think we're gonna start seeing games that aren't doing that, where they're gonna try to branch away from Hoyoverse. At least in the next little bit. I know definitely because we've seen the beta for it already. Arknight's Enfield has already made an attempt to distance itself from the formula that Hoyoverse has popularized. And because of that, I'm very, very excited for that game. At the same time, though, I want to see stuff branch out even more. I think a good example, and well, truthfully, we don't know too much about the gameplay of this game, but if you've taken a look at Ananta, Ananta is essentially advertising itself as if it were a Xenoblade like not Xenoblade, it's a GTA, sorry. I'm playing Xenoblade, so I looked at the screen and said Xenoblade. But it's advertising itself as a GTA like game almost. And I feel like having a level system like that in that kind of game probably would be, well, maybe not detrimental, but having the exact same Hoyoverse character building formula would probably be a bad thing. It wouldn't feel that great. I think a leveling system is fine as long as they go about it in a different manner. But that's just my opinions, right?
No luck.
We won't
Same
really know
here.
if that's the way to go until someone actually does it. And, well, as you all know, in the gaming space, especially when it comes to business, doing something that hasn't been done before is a huge risk, so a lot of people won't do it, right?
Are you sure?
For
Yes,
example,
Tatsu's super sure.
Tribe 9 advertised itself as a brutal
headed for
RPG,
the
right?
base of
And
the
it was a
fall.
very skill-based
Let's move.
game. And look what's end of servicing. Look what is in a very... It made $0, $90,000 in 1 month. By the way, they made a lot more money on like the banner before that. Alright, I feel like a lot of people are meaning that they only made 90k, but it's because like they made 90k because the flipping the top-up refresh, or not top-up refresh, but like remember they changed the rates and then they promised to refund everybody everything they put onto the banner. They refunded everything. So the banner where they only made $90,000, was the banner where everyone got all their pulls back. So of course nobody's gonna spend money because they had pulls already, right? Even me, if you log into my account right now for Tribe 9, I have like 70 pulls that they just gave back from when I started the game. I started the game, I re-rolled, I dumped all my pulls into the one banner. I won, or I lost the 50-50 to get a Noki, and then they gave me my like 70 pulls back. So I'm literally like in a spot where I could get whatever character I want. But now it's actually over because the game's ending. But it really does look like they gave up after one banner. Like they had one bad banner and they gave up. It's probably not the case though. It was probably in talks because it didn't gain Genshin popularity frame 1, which I feel like they were insane for thinking that they had a chance at being Genshin popularity. And then immediately they like fumbled the player, the relationship with players at the very beginning. So it's like it was a string of things that went wrong. But I am really, really surprised that Tribe 9 sacrificed itself so early, right? Like I really feel like they could have turned it around. They were like on the right path and then they just cut it short. They're like, no, we're not even gonna try. Too much of a risk. Can I get this thing? Oh no, that's not it. What is the... What's that thing on the map? Wait. Do you understand that for gacha games you need to do busy work to pad up the game since you need ways to monetize it? A resin system or daily time limit or you turbo equipment cabinet like full games don't do that most of the time, the exception being Souls-likes and RPGs. Like, see, gacha games, I get it, they don't want you to finish their game in like 3 days. Because, like, let's be real, right? It doesn't matter what kind of game it is. It can be an MMO, it can be an action game, it can be like a 100-hour love RPG. People will no life it regardless. I know there will be players like that will just do it all in an absurdly short amount of time. They'll do it in like 3 days and be like, alright, now what? Like Monster Hunter Wilds came out, right? That game has like what, 100 hours of content? Actually, that's super cap. I did well, not everything. I got strong enough to beat the strongest guy in 40 hours. If you were to do it all, I'm sure you could get more, like many more hours out of it, right? But like, people were beating that in under a week, right? They were finishing Monster Hunter Wilds, getting everything, all the quests, everything done in under a week. I literally, what is the thing on the map? I'm so confused. I stopped for it, and now I want to keep searching, but I guess I'll just give up on it. And the road to redemption is way too hard for most people, for the small chance of the payoff. I mean, Wuthering Waves did it. Do they have a lot more money than Akatsuki Games? Probably. But also their game is way harder to develop. Like, Wuthering Waves' launch was horrible. It was like, was it as horrible as Tribe 9's launch? Probably not. But like, the player relations, it was bad between the company and the players. Like, this was supposed to be the Genshin killer, right? When Wuthering Waves released. It was glitchy, it was buggy, it wasn't functional. Alright, I have no idea where I'm going. Oh wait, I forgot there's a feature in the date. Excuse me, is it just a rock? Oh wait, okay, never mind. But yeah, the thing is, like, they were on the upswing too. Alright, people were saying it was good. Like, they had major creators that they weren't like super duper talking about it, right? But they were playing it, right? Like, literally, I feel like had Tribe 9 just kept doing what it was doing, it probably would have made a comeback. Like, of course, the banner where everyone got their full entire refund back Of course, no one paid money for it to get the new character because everyone just had the pulls ready to go, obviously. So like they have one month where it's bad and they pulled the plug. I do think the game like curveballed a little too much though, in the sense that they became really generous after the like trying to regain player trust. Like the player trust regain was diabolical. They were like, all right, so if you use 300 pulls on this mana, we'll give you 300 pulls back. And I was like, that's a bit much. I knew people that spent like $300 in game because they knew they were gonna get their pulls back. So there was a lot of people that were just spending. Thank goodness for follow ball. I would not have found this area. Why do I hear battle music? What am I fighting? Yeah, it's a stupid bug! Oh my gosh, kill it. No, I want AoE everybody. Oh, no. Please don't have the other ones doing it, I'm begging you. No, what am I shooting at? No! Oh my goodness. Oh, dang it. Sorry. Alright, we're good. Alright, do not enter battle again. Infinity Nikki is also in the path since they reboot the story. It became
really happy
bland
for you.
story-wise. Not only that,
Coco will be
they increased the
thrilled to hear
pity
it.
by like
Let's
20.
go share the news.
Right.
They increased the pity and then they put all of the dyes, they locked it behind like paid cosmetics. So they monetized every literally like they did every single wrong move that they could have done. It's actually insane. Like it's so despair because I have so many friends that love Infinity Nikki. I feel kind of like I didn't get fully invested, alright? I got the one costume that I like. I wanted to keep playing. I wanted to... But the thing is, I wanted to platform, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even really want to explore. I just wanted to do platforming. And the platforming was not anywhere in the beginning area, so I was like, oh, okay, never mind. I'll go play Mario instead. Greed is the gacha killer? Like, isn't that insane? This is the greediest like game genre, and then somehow it's the thing that like ruins all the games. Although, okay, to be fair though, I think that also has to do with player expectations though, right? If you give them the idea that you're generous, and then you like show your true face, you show your true feelings, and you're not generous at all, and you change everything, then like yeah, well, obviously people are gonna be like, I'm calling this out. What am I even landing on? Okay, okay, that's not happening. Anyway, let's jump over here. Oh, I messed up the tech. Oh, wriggle up. Oh man, there's a work. Holy moly, we cheese that. Alright, there's a new technique I learned. Wait, well, I got a... There was an achievement for climbing that wall? That's insane. But yeah, when it comes to gacha games, it's just ironic that the thing that kills them is greed. And let's be real. Like, okay, guys, you guys see me loving ZZZ. We're in a very precarious situation right now with Xenoblade Zero because right now, the new character is about to release. They're already saying she's a Void Hunter level special investigator. Alright, she's a new type. She looks like she's like the new version of Ether. Alright, and then also in our Deadly Assault we have buffs that only Miyabi can use. Or I guess if you use like Jando, maybe you can use it. If you use Jando with Vivian or something. But like, we're literally in the flipping if this new character comes out and all of a sudden no one can clear the content without her, we might be cooked. I'm gonna be real. Zenless Zone Zero fans, proceed with caution. Hi Cronoa! It's Monolith Mondays? Yeah, Monolith Mondays on a Thursday! That's so much better. Monolith Mondays instead of Xenoblade Thursdays. But also, well actually, I guess we're not doing really Monster Hunter anymore because we will be doing Monster Hunter again because I saw the Street Fighter collab and that looks sick. It looks awesome. But it was supposed to be Monster Hunter Mondays. Oh, also, we will be starting up Souls-like Saturdays sometime in the near future. I don't know what Souls-like game I want to start with. Elden Ring, I was gonna start with Elden Ring, but there's a... If I can get Bami and Neku on board to do like the seamless multiplayer mod, I feel like that would be a lot of fun. I don't know if it works for Shadow of the Erdtree though. And I don't know if I want to do Shadow of the Erdtree in multiplayer. Cause like... That would be easier, no? Like that would be easier, right guys? And if it's easier then... I don't know how I feel about I don't know how I feel about it being easier, like if I want to do it the easy way, because then I feel like people would be upset that I'm not fighting the same challenge that they did. Well, I guess it's not the same challenge that they did regardless though, because they probably nerfed like all the bosses by now, right? There's gotta be people that complain that the bosses were too hard, right? I remember, alright? I remember when they first nerfed Radahn on Elden Ring launch. I beat Radahn and that was the hardest fight ever. And then I talked to my friend and they were like, that was easy, what are you talking about? And then I googled it and they nerfed the fight and I was like, there's no way. And then they made fun of me because they're like, you struggled on that guy? And I'm like, no, but he was so hard before. And then I got roasted. And then that's what happened. Holy moly, I don't think I'm supposed to be able to do this. Oh, I'm all the way up here. I don't think I'm supposed to be able to go up here yet. Is there anything cool I can get early? I have no idea. Alright, let's just head on over back. Let's just go back. Back to the Nirvanas. You get to hype people up, but like 90% of the fault of those expectations is the players making up lies and rumor spreads and everyone wants to kill the game. That is actually becoming more commonplace. It's kind of hilarious. So you're, whoa, top a 5-star selector is real guys, and it's just some filmmaker pretending that it was real when it really wasn't. It cost real so much. You wanna know what I find like absolutely like unironically hilarious? It's so funny to me that every single creator was like, guys, the rewards are bad, but the patch is good. And then the plot twist was the patch actually sucks. Like we barely got anything cool out of it. The events were mid. And we're gonna be completely real, the rewards were actually insane. They gave us like 80 pulls, guys. They gave us so much. It's like insane how many pulls they gave. It's just the content was mid. 2.4 though, I'm super excited for it because we're getting real story. Alright, literally how do I get over there? Follow ball. But yeah, you wanna know what's even sadder? I mean, it's probably younger people that did this, but like, literally on, like, after the whole Rule Anniversary fiasco where, like, the leakers were like, oh, there's a 5-star selector and all this and that. Guess what the Zenless Zone Zero, like, community started doing? The beta started, And I saw mad people saying free Jafufu, and I'm like, oh goodness, it's over. It's over, and it's like, okay, I want to know you're fighting music. Ooh, yeah, it's all these stupid bugs. Kill that.
Oh, Kaga, just a move. Flame grenade! Come on, no time to lose. We've
There
got
we
a
go. Alright,
mountain of
anyways.
things to do.
I saw people saying free
There's so
Jafufu.
much
He's
to
not free, by the
research.
way. Alright. Alright, he is not free. There's no way she's gonna be free. Alright, she is way too powerful of a unit to give out for free. Anyways, yeah, there was a bunch of like those Twitter accounts that are like Timely and then it's like the name of a character, or like Daily and then it's the name of a character. I think I saw it was like Timely or Daily
Unbelievable!
Caesar or something like
Tatsu
that.
really
But I don't
fine
follow them. Maybe some will end up
glasses.
on my timeline because I keep liking
Is
ZZ
Mama Pond
content.
proud of
But I saw like
Tatsu?
a bunch of
Mama
them
Pond is
posting free
proud that
Jafufu.
Tatsu have
And then free
wonderful
5-star
friends to
and all
help.
this for
There's no
Xenoblade
fooling
0,
her.
and I'm like, oh
Go
my
on,
goodness,
Tatsu.
2.0
Try on
stream
glasses.
is gonna happen.
Right.
I'm actually so excited though. It's gonna happen, and it's gonna be the whole community is gonna implode. It's gonna be diabolical. Oh my
Glasses
goodness,
give
Tatsu looks so
Tatsu
cool.
refined and mature look, right?
Ah, Coco reminded of Hubby Pond when he was young. Tatsu looks just like Nopon that Coco first fall in love with. Those are your memento of your father?
Memento? Not even funny, Lindley. Lindley make it sound like Tatsu Datapon already kicked bucket.
Wait,
He's alive? Where is he?
Sorry, I thought
So where is your father then?
Hubby Pond chosen as Hero Pond of Legend for this year.
Right! Ancient Nopon tradition says Hero Pon of Legend go off to fight wicked gods. This year was
Oh my
turn
goodness.
of Datapon.
I'm not sure it's a good
Oh, okay.
idea to pick heroes based on turns.
Still, it's quite the honor.
Honor is less important than paycheck. Hubby Pond better slay few dozen gods if he plans to feed many children. He have until end of year to rack up bonus and cover expenses. Oh, come on.
That's actually insane.
Please take good care of Tatsu, friends.
Are you guys excited for
You
the
sure
Xenoblade
you don't
0
wanna stay with your family?
live stream tomorrow? I'm hype, but like, oh my goodness, I'm so scared, guys. Like, Xenoblade 0 is literally like teetering on the edge. Well, no, like we're not gonna end of service anytime soon. It's just I don't want it to become like, I don't want it to become Honkai Star Rail, guys. All right, because if we're getting a new role type, right? That
Friends
means that
not
there's going to
need
be a new
Tatsu
playstyle,
anymore?
right? And they already have a couple
actually, we never
playstyles in the
really-
game, right?
What did Lindley say?
And this is what I'm terrified of. If they start balancing the end game
Blade is
around
true
having
home
to
of
have this
Tatsu now.
specific play, like the
Besides,
specific
now
playstyle
Tatsu
on
can
the
come back
team,
and visit Caravan anytime.
then
is
now
true.
we're Honkai Star Rail.
Just remember,
If they start
Tatsu
buffing,
is next
if
in
they start
line to be
buffing specific,
caravan
like they
leader.
already do that, but if they make it like
hard with
extreme,
nice
like if you have to
friends and
use,
become
like
Nopon
I think
worthy
it
of
was
title.
there was one where it was like aftershock buff, right?
He's going to lead you?
And I'm like,
Did
alright, but
Coco
you can still
forget to
clear it if you
mention?
use like Harumasa,
Present
even
leader
though
of
it's
the
like
Donga
aftershock buff.
Caravan
But
is
if they make
Coco.
it where it's extreme enough where that
So
that
one
doesn't
day,
apply
Tatsu
anymore,
will follow in footsteps
Uh-oh.
of Mamapon. Then Tatsu be
Uh-oh.
most important Nopon in Caravan.
This
I'm
is
his biggest fan,
legendary
but I'm not their
Nopon
biggest
spice.
defender. I think that's
Coco
the way to
want
describe it.
friends to have it.
I mean, worst case scenario,
Really?
guys, we
Gee,
just move to a
thanks.
different game, right?
Okay, Mamapon.
Well, it sucks for me though, because I
Tatsu
spent money
leaving,
already.
but we'll
I'll be
visit
honest.
again soon.
I'm not a whale,
Mama
but I
Pond will be
definitely spent
waiting.
money, like a significant amount. And like on the upper end of Dolphin when it comes to Xenoblade Zone 0. Because like, I bought all the top-ups, right? So that's at least like 200 USD, right? That's like 250 USD. Oh no, she's maxed! Alright, take her out the team. Bye, Nail. Now I'll miss you. Love you. Bye. Alright, who's next? Who's our next party member? Who are we sticking with until they're maxed out? Maybe Doug? What is he? He's a blast fencer? Yelp is also a blast fencer though. You know what? HB. He's our meat shield now, because he's a... There we go. Alright, HB on the team. What is my team missing? So, okay, funny thing about Xenoblade Chronicles X I'm just gonna tell you right now, guys. All that matters is the main character. I'm gonna be real. Your team, they're meat shields. They're there to just take damage so that you don't die. That's what the end game of Xenoblade Chronicles X is. The main character gets so strong that it's like, yeah, you scale like your damage and output and all that. But that's basically it. You don't really like build anything else on your team. So like by default that makes HB top tier because he's a tank. And he can take more hits than the other characters. Alright, no supposed to worry, turn to panic, turn to crisis. What next? Someone, anyone help? Down. Thank you, friend. Makes me feel a bit better. Don't have to tell total stranger all about problems. Oh, that's a bad sign, guys. That's bad. That's supposed to finally open store selling traditional handcraft, but customer traffic is terrible. At this rate, Nasosu go out of business in no time. Nasosu nowhere near ready to close up shop yet, but what can Nasosu do? Alright, do you have a different place you can be? Friend raises fair point. But to be truthy, Nasosu really wants to open shop in the Donga caravan. Grandpa Pond, a friend Pond, a cousin Pond, a Gabby Pond, a Granny Pond, of Nasosu ran shop here when Granny Pond was young. Whoa, hang on. Granny Pond, a friend, your grandpa of your friend, of your cousin, of your grandpa, of your grandma. I'm so lost. Wait. So it's the grandpa of your friend. No, it's the grandpa of your cousin's friend. Your cousin's friend of the grandpa of your grandmother. So it's your grandmother's grandpa's. So okay, so that's the great. How many greats is that? Great grandpa. It's your great grandpa's cousin's friend's grandpa. So this goes back like 4 or 5 generations. Why do you care? This place holds deep meaning? Oh my goodness. Granby Pond, a friend pond, of cousin pond, of Granby Pond, past technique of handicraft making down to... How? Wait, how many generations do you... How long do you guys live? That they could pass it down to you? This is the grandpa of your grandma's... the grandpa of your grandma's friend's cousin's grandpa. And, like, even if you were to like have like weird family things where like an old person had like a child like super late, and then that would like mess it up because then that child would have like, that would be your grandpa or like your great uncle or something. Even if that were the case, this is unless like you guys live for like multiple generations. Alright, let's see here. Alright, but human friends can all wing up on hats. This is an amazing idea. You write materials, this is can design the hat at all humans will love. Please help us also with this dream. Alright. What do you need? This also needs 6 Noctilucent dragonflies. Okay, whatever. I'll get you the stuff. Got it. I got you the stuff. Alright. Guys, what do I do if ZZZ is cooked tomorrow? How sad do I have to be?
Trend is too kind.
Oh, I did it. Never mind. Easy side quest. Easy side quest. We're chilling. We're doing good. All right. Let's see here. Still play the game since it's fun. You enjoy playing it. That's true. But like, you can become less fun though. It's like Honkai Star Rail was fun, and then I couldn't beat the boss anymore, and it wasn't fun. Well, actually, the Honkai Star Rail is like it's failing in every aspect though. It's like I couldn't enjoy the turn-based combat because the enemies were just all auto-battleable, so I had to enjoy the turn-based combat via endgame. But then I couldn't enjoy the turn-based combat via endgame because you have to use follow-up or else you lose. Or you have to use flippin' Castorus or else you lose. Or you have to use the flippin'... You're not allowed to use Break or else you lose. And I'm like, oh, okay, well that sucks. And then... I'm like, well, at least I can enjoy the story. And then they're like, oh, by the way, the story is 10 hours and you're gonna get 2 cutscenes that are all 1 minute each. Have fun. Oh, okay, I can't do the story anymore. Alright, well, at least the characters look cool, I guess. We can run around the overworld. You know what? We can totally ship ZZ to like to this story game now. There is also a very high potential though. Okay, it's a 50-50. Either ZZZ is cooked or we're so back and it's the best gacha game ever and there's like no in between. That's what happens after tomorrow's live stream. Actually, no, not even actually. I'm gonna be honest, it's probably, if I'm being realistic, it's probably ZZZ is so back until the update releases and we see the end game, and then we'll know if it's cooked or not. Worst case scenario, they say EOS, true! I know like ZZ is like the least popular Hoyo game, but it's like nowhere near EOS. Like, people act like it's gonna die, it's over. But it's like Wuthering Waves, where people act like Wuthering Waves is gonna end of service. That's not end of servicing either. These games literally generate millions of dollars. Like, it's not Genshin money, but Genshin money is an anomaly. Like that's like weird that it does so much. It's like it has the popularity and then it's just rode that popularity for as long as it can. Complete chapter 10. What else? So this one, chapter 10 locked. Alright, I guess we can do those side quests. Chapter 9. Don't have that one yet. Chapter 10. Alright. Oh, chapter 7. Maybe this one. Let's give this one a try. I think we're done chapter 7. I could be wrong. I think we might only be done chapter 6, but we'll see. It's easy as something that others don't have. It kind of demerits it too. One, it's not as popular as the others, and it's not even close to how unpopular it is to every other thing. And every other gacha game, it desperately needs all of its players. It saw how easily the fate of their own player abandoned their franchises. I think that's true, but also they just generate too much money. I think that's the case. ZZZ had to work to stabilize its income, but like that's why I'm worried about it, because essentially it's got a dedicated fan base now. It's stabilized, it established its spot, which means they could very easily get full of themselves. They can get a little pompous. They could start trying less hard, if that makes sense. Now, well, do I think that's the case? Do I think that's gonna happen? Probably not. Like, if you consider that the Zenless Zone Zero dev team is the smallest Hoyoverse team that we know about. Alright, and then you consider all the work that they've done for the game. What, affinity not met? Oh, I wanna be friends with What's-His Face? Oh, man. Hey, how's this thing? If you... Alright, we're gonna do Bozo's Way. Alright, that's just staying on the map, I guess.
1, 2, 3, 4.
ZZZ is in a spot where I think they can be comfortable now, and that's why I'm worried. Because ZZZ has been amazing. Because the devs had to fight tooth and nail to earn back its declining player base. But now ZZZ has reached a point where it has a dedicated player base. That player base is very, very dedicated. They love that game regardless of what could go wrong. And so I'm like, they can afford to be presumptuous and just you know, put in less effort, but we'll see. AffinityQuartz.net. I have to play with the loser characters. After being in the heat of the biggest, the mainliners and being roasted alive to where some were hit with EOS. I mean, the only one that's hit with EOS right now is Tribe 9, right? And I'll be honest, they were never big. They were always niche. And that's probably why the EOS. But right now, Infinity Nikki is getting fried. So there's that. Is there any other major gachas that are like goodbye? I don't think so. Arknights is still going strong. Boo Archive is still going strong. Love and Deep Space is still beating everyone in terms of revenue. Well, his money doesn't mean that it's easy. His money, yes, but I would argue that DZ still makes big money. Like, not even, it's not like, it's a big money too, right? Like, wait, let's take a look. Let me pull up the gacha revenue charts. Like, I feel like it's not insane for me to say that ZZZ is essentially in a safe spot. Kind of feared. Gacha revenue. 2025. Alright, let's see here. This is for April. In Reddit r/gacha gaming. Alright, that's fine for me. Alright, Starro made $1 trillion. They made the fat 100k. There's flippin' Zoom sucks. Alright, let's see here. Alright, let me Alright, this will be better. Hang on. Where is it? I don't know what's happening. Dang, this really isn't working. Hang on. There we go. Alright, there we go. Let me get this. Alright, perfect. Alright, let's go over. Let's go. I want to go over here so that you guys can actually see. There we go. Alright, that's what I wanted. I didn't want to block everything. Alright. Okay, Star Rail. They made $1 trillion. Why was their anniversary? Castorus spending event. They used every single trick in the book. $1 bajillion. Alright. $1 bajillion. Alright, they put Castorus on the when you boot up the game. Spending event. Alright. All Castorus global passive. What else did they do? To make you spend money. I mean, that spending event was diabolical. Also, like $1 billion. A top-up refresh. Also, you got there's a bunch of anniversary deals to spend more money. Alright, they made the big bucks, okay? Zero's not going anywhere ever. Love and Deep Space, I don't know how they consistently get 50 million every single month. But also, they're the only Autonomy game, really. Well, not Autonomy, but like, they're the only... Yeah, I guess Autonomy game is correct. No, it's not Autonomy. It's the game for where you get the hot guys, alright? Every single other gacha game, it's hot ladies, alright? This is the only game where it's like just hot guys. So, of course, actually, I'm surprised it's not more money. Because, like, alright, you can go to any of these other games and you will get waifus. But you sell them, you're not gonna find that many husbandos, alright? So literally all of the people looking for husbandos should be concentrated in this one game, Love and Deep Space, right? So actually, this being 50 million or 65 million is actually very surprising to me because, like, the ladies aren't spending, I guess. What do you mean Dragon Ball's mostly guys? Okay, Dragon Ball is different, alright. That's an established IP, right? I'm talking original IPs. Alright, Naruto Mobile makes 35 million. It's because it is Naruto. Actually, that's CN, not even global. Right? But like, these memes are different, right? They can be the most garbage game you've ever seen, but it's a popular franchise, so people are gonna play it, right? That's just how it works. Alright, Wuthering Waves, 20 million. That's actually really good for Wuthering Waves. They're pretty consistent with their income. And I believe these prices are just mobile. So Wuthering Waves probably has a lot more. I'm willing to bet a good chunk of Wuthering Waves' fan base is not on mobile. Like, there's probably like... It's probably most of them probably are mobile, but like a good chunk of them are probably not mobile. I'm talking like maybe it's like a 70-30 split, maybe even 60-40, but that's really like optimistic. But there's got to be a good amount of people on console, on PC, on Steam. So this is probably only a little bit of Wuthering Waves is like total income. I don't know what happened to Genshin Impact. Whose banner was this again? It's not a Scoffier, it was the one before that. I don't know why Genshin is making no money. Something happened. Okay, I see no money. This is $20 million. That's still a lot of money. Considering how much effort that they're putting in the Genshin Impact per patch, this is probably not like too expensive to them. But yeah, Xenoblade Zone Zero, 20 million, alright. We're making Genshin Impact money, we're making Wuthering Waves money. This is not going anywhere, alright? When we get to the bottom, that's when you gotta worry, alright? Xenoblade Zone Zero, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Like, 80% of this money is probably just going into the company, not even the game itself, right? Right, the game's, like, production costs probably way less than 20 million, right? For, like, the current patch that it's going through, right? 5.5 would be Varessa. Wait, but it wouldn't be Varessa's banner, right? It would be the banner before, or the banner after Varessa. Because, like, Varessa's banner was in, it wasn't in March, right? It was in February. Right, and then it carried over into March. And the most sales when it comes to, banners is the last 3 days and the first 3 days. But it's mostly the first 3 days. Venti and Zelonin? Yeah, so, yeah, this is Venti and Zelonin's banner. We know Venti's not making money because he's super not meta at all. Zelonin, though, not making money is surprising because he's super meta, so... But also, I guess everyone is saving for Escoffier and Skirk because we know she's coming, so... There's that, probably. So it makes sense that there's not a lot of money there. Arknights makes a lot of money. Fate is down, but not by much. I don't even know what Monster Strike is. Gundam... Battle Cats moment. 10 years for Battle Cats. That's insane. Right? You see these games, right? Of course, they cost way less to upkeep, right? Like, I'm pretty sure a Goddess of Victory Nikkei does not need to make $10 million every month, but here it is, right? Like, it's making good money. Long story short, right? Madoka Magica, probably carried by the fact that it is Madoka Magica. One Piece Bounty Rush, 7 million. Probably carried by the fact that it is One Piece. Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, carried by the fact that it is Dragon Ball. Also, they're down from 20 million, so I'm guessing the 20 million is it was some really big Goku release or something. Infinity Nikki, look, Infinity Nikki has some of the best graphics and like best production value out of all the gacha games, and it's like only making 10 million a month compared to the other ones. It's fine. It's not going anywhere. Blue Archive making a lot of money. Actually, that's more money than I thought, considering the production value of that game. That's surprising. Uma Musume. Oh god, what happened to Uma? Oh my gosh, what happened? How'd they lose $20 million? I'll be honest though, it doesn't matter. It doesn't. 6 million is enough for them to cook. All right, that's like more than enough. All right, Dragon Ball Legends. It's Dragon Ball. There's more than one Dragon Ball game. Again, all right, because it's Dragon Ball, it makes this money because it's Dragon Ball. Like, and I don't think those games are any good, right? 10 million is low for Nikkei. Yeah, it is, but like, well, no, it made 6 million. All right, it made 10 million the month before. I don't even know what Onmyoji is, but 5 million in the first month, not bad. Like, you see, these ones are like, Azure Lane is literally never going anywhere, and it only made 4 million, right? Girls Frontline 2, I've seen a lot of people saying this game's really good. It is only at... Well, it was making 10 million last month. That's quite a drop off though. Memento Mori. I've seen a lot about this, or not a lot, but I've seen this around, and the name is really cool, and the art style looked good. I just never got into it. AFK Journey. That's fine. Heaven Burns Red. Oh, it's going down. I need to play this game before EOS's. Yeah, everything down here is low budget, right? Like, oh, and around Punishing Grey Raven, 2 million. That's what. See, this is the money that Kuro Games was used to. They were used to making this much money. They were used to making $2 million. That's the Punishing Grey Raven income, right? So when people, oh, Wuthering Waves is not at EOS, no. No, it's not. It's their money maker. They're making 10 times as much money as they made with Punishing Grey Raven. Persona 5 The Phantom X making $2 million. Funny enough, I think that's actually a lot for them. You wanna know why? The reason that's a lot for them is because their game is made from like mostly reused assets. Like, their production cost has gotta be a lot lower than normal, right? It's on year 4. Which one's on year 4? Persona 5 The Phantom X? There's no way it's 4 years old. It's gotta be like 2. Persona 5 Phantom X release date, not global, CN. EN. Let's see here. It was previously released in China, Taiwan, South Korea in April 2024. It is not on year 4. It's on year 1, coming up on the flippin' 2nd anniversary. Or I guess 1st anniversary? No, no, I guess, yeah, no, never mind. First anniversary. It just had its 1st anniversary. Look, Xenoblade is coming out this year, but here's the problem. It's releasing the same day. It's releasing the same day as Uma Musume, so we're not gonna be a day 1 Persona 5 The Phantom X player. I will try it out on stream, I'll be honest. Honkai Star Rail being dead to me, left a turn-based shaped hole in my heart. And now I need something to replace that. So we'll give this a try. I guess there's that other game, Etheria Restart, but it's under a lot of like stuff happening right now. I don't know how I feel about it. It looks I don't know what it is about its graphics. It feels like knockoff Honkai Star Rail. Hi Gordolani. It's interesting if a game that makes over $1 million a month would not make enough to keep services going. I mean, some of these, it depends on the game, right? Like, some of these games cost a lot of money to upkeep. And it's not just like evolving the game. Like, for example, let's use something that's dated. Let's use Genshin Impact as an example. Alright, Genshin Impact right over here. Alright, it makes a lot of money, but also upkeeping the game probably costs a lot. And I'm not talking like making new areas and, you know, adding content to the game. I mean just paying for the servers for this game. Like, it's gotta be expensive. Genshin Impact has like probably one of the largest player bases out there, right? the game probably costs a lot of money to upkeep, just because of the sheer amount of players on there. That's just how it is, right? The trailer for it dropped in April 2021. Oh, okay, there we go. That makes sense. That makes more sense. Outlet or Green Blue, are you feeding me false information? What happened? Alright, there's the... Let's go back. Go back another month. Gacha revenue... March 2025. Let's go back 1 month. I'm probably not gonna look at revenue charts often, which is why I'm gonna pull this up right now. Alright, this one is... Alright, so it's March 2025, alright. I wish I had the other one open, but okay, so... I closed it already, it's too late, alright. Pokemon, it's Pokemon makes money. It's Pokemon, guys. And not only that, it's Pokemon trading cards. This makes $1 billion trillion guaranteed, right? Love in Deep Space, I don't know what happened. They probably had some kind of crazy banner. Genshin Impact, you know, top 3 as per usual. Star Rail on the down low because flipping everyone's falling off, but then everyone fell for the scam anniversary banner. And here we are. Uma Musume, big money, I guess. Living Layer is big money. Oh, actually, wait, 20 million is big money. They made 13 million. Wait, what released? Was that Zani? Is Zani it? It might be Zani. Wait, no, it's not Zani. It's not Zani. Who was before Zani? Cantarella generated 26k? Or not 26k, 26 million? That's crazy. 20 million, sorry, not 26. I was looking at Uma. I'm getting confused, guys. Oh, okay, anyway, Zelda Zone Zero, 15 million. They're kind of stable around the 15 million mark, I'll be honest. 15 million mark, right? And again, I'm going to be honest, right? This is good money for ZZZ. Even if that's down by 2 million and it's red, I know people can be, oh, it's bad. This is a lot of money, right? Like, this is just the disparity between the top games. Like, keep in mind, right? Okay, we're not top 10. We're top 11. Alright. Top 11. But everything, like, below top 3 is making, like, in the 20 millions. Meanwhile, first place is 80 million. Alright, that is a 4 times... Like, that's 4 times, right? 60 million gap between first place and 10th place here, right? So, like, 15 million is actually a lot for a gacha game. Zenless is probably, like, again, I'm saying, I just wanted to say that Zenless is in... They can be comfortable. That's what I'm saying. Basically, I hope they don't stop trying because they can be comfortable, is essentially what I'm getting at. Let's scroll down. Everyone's red for some reason, but this is, like... I'm guessing it's because the banner before that was, like, New Year's banner, right? And that's when everyone has money and is spending, so... This is right after Christmas. Everyone got their Christmas money. Spend all the money. That's how it works. Boot archive. It's down. Everything's down. The 7 deadly sins. That wasn't even on the other one, I don't think. They just okay. They fell off the map after that, I guess. Punishing Grey Raven. Now again, 2 million. See, they're consistent at 2 million. They're top 50, right? But they're consistent at 2 million because the flippin' that's how much they made before. Wua is not in danger at all. Nikkei makes 15 million on average. That is actually, like, insane. I used to play Nikkei. I played in the anniversary. I got, well, Red Hood, I think. I didn't play for the story, and I didn't really play for the characters. I played it because a bunch of my friends kept telling me they wanted me to play it. So I played it. And, I can confidently say the gameplay is actually pretty dope. I was sorry skipping to get pulls for the character I wanted though, and I regret that because now I'm not invested in that game at all, and they have no way to go back and reread the story. So if I'm going to actually experience the story properly, I would have to go back and set a new file, and that's not happening. So that's how it goes. I turned into a fan of the company though, Shift Up, after Stellar Blade though. Stellar Blade, I adore Stellar Blade. That game is so good. Alright, let's see. Is there one of these that has Tribe 9 on there? I want to look at how badly it was doing beforehand. Cause like, if you see here, right, it cuts off at about the 2 million mark. I'm pretty sure Tribeland was making like 500k on average. Until the refresh, and then they made 90k. Tribe 9, gotcha, revenue. It's probably not even on these charts. Oh, here we go. Tribe 9. The game saw a dramatic drop in revenue. So they made 800k in their first month, and it dropped to 90k in their third month. Oh, here we go. I found the picture I can use. Tribe 9. This is the... this is from Sensor Tower, so it's probably not accurate, but this is probably our only information. Look, guys. I'm gonna be honest. Looking at the quality of their game, this is actually rough. Only making 600k on the second month. But like, guys, they were making 500,000 every month. And then the refund happened right here. Alright, the refund happened right here. And they had a change in gacha rates, alright? They had a change in gacha rates, alright? So it got more generous at the gacha. Everyone got like 70 pulls back. And keep in mind the pity is like 70 pulls or something, right? It's low. Alright, so essentially the character that released here, which is the cat maid girl, she was free for everybody because everyone just had enough pulls for her. And also the pity was lower, so everyone could just get her. So them even making 90k is a miracle. I'm surprised it's not like 20k. Alright, so for them to give up here doesn't make any sense to me. That's such a dumb like I gave up, because like they were literally set up. They were set up. The next month probably would have been like this. It probably would have been, maybe not 600k, it would have been like 300k probably, if they stuck around. The next banner, or not banner, but like marketable may would have probably been 500, 400k. They would have been so back. And then they probably could have like kept releasing more and more. Like literally, they are on the upswing. That's what I think. Like there's not enough data here for them to reasonably say that it's failed. If that was a full game, it would get a run over 30,000 units sold. That would be great for most companies. I think though Tribe 9's production value is higher than the average game. Like I know people like, oh, it's pixel graphics, but like if you played the game, you looked at the game, the amount of like high quality assets and animations and like production value and music and everything, this game was probably really expensive to make. Like they would not have made their money back right away, I really think. But like them just cutting it off here, like seriously, it's baffling to me. They had one bad month, and I know a lot of people are like, oh, you don't just EOS after one bad month, but I'm like, this is good. This is actually good income. Right, if they just, you know, this one's low. This one's really bad, right? But like, if they did 2 months, right, and then the next month it was like 40k, or I would EOS after that. If it was 2 months in a row, right? If it was 2 months in a row, alright, never mind, we're cooked, it's consistent, it's over. But like for real, I really think like this is the refund right here. I don't know why they gave up after 1 month. It should have been like, they should have gone one more month. They should have gone one more month. And then just to see where it goes. Cause like imagine it makes 400k. Keep in mind, right? Keep in mind the content is already made. I'm not even joking, alright? The content for the next update, it's already made. We're not getting it because they're EOSing. But like, it was made, it was in the files, it was in the beta, they were playing it already. Alright, I don't know why they didn't wait one more month just to see if this was a possibility. Like, the devs already made it. It's already made content. And here's the thing, the game isn't EOSing until November. It's not end of servicing until November. So it's literally... like, they're still paying for the service upkeep. Actually, it's probably they paid for the server for the year, and that's why it's going all the way until... or maybe not for the year, but like, they paid for an extended period of time, and that's why it's going all the way until November. And I know it costs money to like update the game, but like... that's so dumb. That's... this would, like, even if it costs them 100k to update the game, that sounds diabolical and not real to me, but I'm making up numbers, alright? This is alright, I guarantee this is probably what they would have made. Like, I feel like this is realistic. I feel like this is realistic to expect, because like, it would have been a new banner character. You update, I don't know. You imagine the cruncher could be demoralizing? I mean, I don't know. This flipping game. If there's one thing that I guarantee, if there's one thing that I guarantee, if there's one thing that is just guaranteed from this point forward, I'm never playing a game involved with these guys ever again. If I see their name on anything, I'm leaving it alone. Alright, and then for the people that know... alright? I'm telling you, I see the pattern. I see the pattern, I know. It's their back. They're back. Look, the colors. It's their back. It's them. It's them. It's the same people. Okay, it's not the same people, but it's a sign, guys. It's a sign. If you don't know who this company is, then you know what? That's how it'd be. But hey, that's how it is. Rainbow games. I mean, it's not really the rainbow part. I mean, I guess it is. But if you don't, LJN used to make really old games for like NES era that were just really bad. And if you watch the Angry Video Game Nerd, then you would know. It's a funny running joke. That's a very old series though, not everyone's acquainted with it. Anyway, presumably it drives games as a service is active players or incoming players, but you're not 60-year-old dude in a suit making the rules. I really think that like... I think Tribe9 pulled the plug too early. They saw it was a failure and they were like, alright, it'll only ever be a failure. And I'm like, if they game it 1 month, they would have seen an upswing. After that, they can decide, right? But like, they didn't even give it that. It's like, was it really too expensive to ship out one more update just to see? They had characters ready to go. Like, people are dynamiting the game now because they don't care anymore. They're like, oh, okay, they're dying. Alright, we'll just get all the information. Now, it's baffling to me. It's just so... it's so... holy moly. That's what it is. It's just so surprising that they're like, oh, we had one bad banner, I'm done. And the people are like, oh, the games don't end after one bad banner. But I'm like, they weren't like breakout hits. It's not like it was Genshin money, right? Maybe their goal, they had to hit $1 million. I think that's what it was, and they missed it because it was only 800k. But I'm like, you release on just mobile. You release on just mobile and Steam. You have the worst launch known to man. All your Steam players fall off because it's all mixed reviews. Everyone gives it the worst reviews ever. Alright, and you're a brutal action game that's being played on touchscreen, tablet. Alright, you're already like fighting an upward battle. but I still think I think it would have been salvageable. I don't know. How much did it cost to develop? Hang on. Hang on. We won't have the exact numbers, but I'm gonna trust in Google AI for the one time. How much did Tribe 9 cost to make? It's gotta be multi-million, right? Alright, the cost is not publicly available. Hey, typical to determine. Darn, I don't know. No clue, never mind. No idea. Do you think they have a lawsuit where they stepped on someone's toes and they're producing stuff to where it will hurt them? I don't think there would be something like that. Cause like, keep in mind, we tried 9. It's a multimedia project, right? We didn't just start as a gacha game. It had an anime. What else did it have? It had other things within Tribe 9 multi. This is supposed to be a Xenoblade stream. I'm just talking about gacha games this entire stream. That's okay. It's okay. I like gacha games. All right. If you're a Xenoblade fan, you like gacha games too. Why? If you played Xenoblade 2, you would have known. You would have known. Alright, Xenoblade 2 is actually a gacha game in disguise, and it's like the best one because it doesn't have a predatory monetization system. Chat, I'll be honest. I kinda really hope Monolith Soft's next project is like Xenoblade 2, where like there's a gacha system, but like it's not monetized, right? I kinda really hope that's how they're, cause like, guys, the magic of Xenoblade 2, where you just have a completely different experience than everyone else because your party is completely different every time. It was so cool to me. Let me see here. Tribe 9, here we go. Tribe 9, multimedia franchise created by Kazutaka Kodaka of Tokyo Games. It consists of an action role-playing game by Tokyo Games and Katsuki, and an anime television series by Leiden Films. And there's a webtoon and a stage play. There it is. Multimedia project. Except the game failed, so it might be fried, I don't know. But yeah, for Tribe 9, it's a shame because like the game is lit. Oh well. Alright, how long have I been here? Oh goodness. No! I spent all my time talking about gacha and I'm out of time for Xenoblade today. Oh, I see a lobster. Here we go, we got it. Lobster spotted, hang on. I got 22 of them out of 99. This is so fried. There's no way I'm finding them all. How am I gonna 100% this, guys? Literally, how am I gonna 100% this? You know, and thank you YouTubers, or people on YouTube I mean. Thank you for giving this stream likes. I didn't even notice. I do find it funny. I don't know if this is the case, alright? If anyone's watching like the VOD after or checking on the VOD after the stream, if you're on YouTube, I need you to let me know. Do you like stick around and watch? Because my thing always just says 0 concurrent viewers, but then I see like 4 or 5 likes. This time it's only 2 likes. But like, I'll see like a bunch of likes on the thing, but no viewers. And like, are you guys showing up just to like the video and then leaving? Like, what is happening? I mean, I appreciate it. The likes help. That's still good. I'm just like, what is actually going on here in the background? Anyway. Yeah, I wouldn't feel it wouldn't even get hard to ungacha Tribe 9 and make a normal game and install that. It wouldn't be. It literally would not be that hard. They can totally do it. Cause it was like it's like a regular game with gacha just like taped to the top of it. I'm gonna use on tape the gacha to it. You love playing for DLC characters have blasts. every other character you get out of the water trivia guys in game. People jump in for lunch usually, and lunch is only 45 minutes, so they hop in and out when they can and watch the VOD later. That makes sense. That makes sense. If yeah, that I feel like that's a reasonable logic. Someone's like, just no, they have a quick minute, they want to show their support, they show up, and then they like it. It's like, this isn't like a call out to like, oh, how dare you guys, right? I'm just curious because I'm like, I wonder what's happening, like what's actually happening here. All right. You know how big the teams are that making gacha game? If it's 100 people, that alone is probably 1 million cost a month. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, okay, let's be real. Let's be real. Probably the people are underpaid, alright? They're probably maximum, they're probably making like 40k a month. Let's be real. Right, so if it's 100 people, oh, that's 500,000. Except not, because the flippin', I'm sure the director and then the random suit higher up is making a lot more, right? So the director makes 100k, and then the CEO guy makes 200k, just cause, right? 200k bonus. So, alright, 7.5k or 750k a month, more realistic if there's 100 people for costs. But let's be real, these games do not have 100 people on them. Alright, maybe Genshin does. Maybe Genshin. Maybe Wuthering Waves. I highly doubt Honkai Star Rail has 100 people on it. Actually, wait, let me Google this. I'm sure Google AI overview will surely come in clutch, right? How many people work on Genshin Impact? It's gonna tell me the size of Hoyoverse's entire staff, right? The number of people working on Genshin Impact has grown significantly over time. Initially, the team consisted of about 150 people. By May 2019, this number increased to 300, then to 500 by April 2020, and finally to 700 by February 2021. According to Reddit, some estimates suggest that MiHoYo has over 2,400 people on staff for Genshin Impact alone. Additionally, according to 80 Level, the company is reportedly building an office accommodating 6,000 to 8,000 employees. Bruh. Alright, wait, Genshin makes 20 million minimum every month, right? Alright, let's assume we're gouging these people 30k a month, USD, right? It's gonna be in CN prices or whatever, right? Alright, let's assume, alright. 20... 1, 2, 3, that's 20,000. 1, 2, 3 is 20 million. Alright, divided by 30. 1, 2, 3, 30,000. Alright. That's enough money to pay 666 people 30k. That is not... Oh, wait. Wait, how cooked is Genshin? Wait a minute. Whoa. Whoa, hang on. Wait a minute. If we're talking about 1,000 staff members. Alright, okay, what if we're paying the minimum wage and giving them no hours? Alright, 20,000. 20,000, here we go. Or actually, I'm saying 30,000, 20,000. I'm saying for the year, but I'm judging on the month. I'm literally doing this completely wrong. Guys, how much is a good monthly salary? Chat, give me a monthly salary, because I actually don't know the math behind it. 2k, 2,000. Hang on. 2,000. Alright, we're minimum wage workers. 2,000 a month per worker. Okay, you can afford 10,000 people a month. Never mind. 35k is the US average, by the way. That's a yearly salary, right? So for 1 month of Genshin, alright, if you're paying everyone on the staff 35,000. Alright, so if you make 20 million in Genshin Impact over the course of 1 month, right? That is enough to pay 571 staff members for a year. But that's a month, right? We're making 20 million every month. That's minimum. Minimum 20 million every month, right? 20 million. Alright. Alright, so 240 million a year. $35,000. Alright, so Genshin Impact makes enough money to pay 6,857 people a full US salary. But you know that's not actually going to be the case, right? There's probably a bunch of people that are there just part-time, like as testers and junk. And one, they don't even have 1,000, they don't even have 2,000 staff members. So Genshin Impact is not going anywhere anytime soon. Never mind. Seeing to make 20k if you're lucky. Oh, okay, alright, let's go back. Alright, let's price gouge even more. 20k. Alright, Genshin Impact can pay 12,000 employees for a year of their games. They pay employees with a year of their profits. Minimum. Now this doesn't take into account the price of upkeeping servers. But that's just paying staff, right? Of course they have like maybe like 1/5 of that as actual staff members. So the rest is profit. So yeah, Genshin's not going anywhere. How many people worked on Tribe 9? Okay, Google AI surely will come in clutch. Okay, a significant number of people contributed to the development and operation. The game's development was handled by Tokyo Games and publisher was Akatsuki. The music, alright. Okay, but how many people? How large is your staff? Details on Tribe 9's EOS and Akatsuki's track record. Alright, let's take a look here. Alright, Alright, the company is just constantly in a state of failing, alright? Katsuki's previous gacha games, you go to Katsuki's website right now and you'll be able to find most of these noted in one images. In fact, earlier Katsuki mentioned it's a portfolio change. You can't pinpoint when exactly this happened, but sometime before Chapter 2 is released. This is one visual game, however, when using the way back machine, we found they had even more games listed. And this is soon, they changed the portfolio quite often, so I doubt this list of every gacha they've worked on. Oh dear. Oh, they help with Atelier Wrestleriana, okay. Ongoing games. Dragon Ball Z, Dokkan Val, Romancing Saga, Xenoblade. Oh dang, wait, they got like 5 out of 8 USs in a year. Alright, never mind. Maybe Akatsuki Games just wasn't it.
One, two, three, four.
That's crazy. Well, whatever. Alright. Voice actors making 5k per session on average for Miolio. That's another aspect that I didn't calculate at all. And that is their global costs, because they have to pay for voice actors, they have to pay for localization, that leads to translation fees, right? I don't know if because we just use the AI response, so it could even be completely wrong, right? But the 2,000 plus employees that are mentioned in Genshin over here in this AI response, I don't even know if that's just CN or if that's global, you know what I mean? Because if that's global, then yeah, Genshin is probably like Genshin is a little bit. Or I mean, the people that say Genshin is going to US, they're insane. Genshin will face a lot of its profits dropping though, and the reason is because every single time a new gacha game comes out, that's a bunch of players moving on from Genshin. Like it's probably not growing from this point forward. It's probably just getting less. But there until Genshin Part 2, when we finish Shinezunaya or Kamiya or whatever happens after Shinezunaya, after we get the finale and then they reveal that they're going to continue the IP with a Part 2, we might see a huge spark in growth for it, but I think the IP as it is isn't growing from this point forward. But also, they make so much money, it doesn't matter. And we're finding lobsters now, because I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Alright, let me end stream. I've been here long enough. I need to go recharge. Alright, and we're gonna stream a wonderful Xenoblade. We're gonna stream Xenoblade tomorrow. I'm going to record a video. You guys are going to have fun watching that video. And then we are going to we're going to stream later in the day. We're gonna stream earlier than normal. Today I started stream pretty late. It's gonna be earlier than that, alright? It's gonna be an earlier stream, so be prepared for that, I guess. Cause one, I am very, very excited to work on the game, but also, more importantly, I need to get that VJ commission done. I'll probably do like a little sketch and send it to them tonight just to get their approval on it, and then we'll finalize that tomorrow. That way we don't have to wait on a response. All you hear is a vacuum. You can't hear a thing I'm saying? It's that loud? Alright, I got rid of the vacuum. Is it better? Is it better, guys? Can you hear me? It's stupid loud? Really? Okay, anyway, yeah. We stream tomorrow. We're gonna start way earlier than normal, but also look forward to YouTube video for reactions to the Xenoblade Zone Zero stuff. To recap what I said, I heard nothing. Oh my gosh, why? Alright. See, here's the thing, alright? OBS says my voice is louder than the vacuum, but I guess the vacuum was quiet. It was loud enough that it ruined everything. That makes like judging volume so hard. Oh my goodness, the vacuum's coming back. Escape! Escape! Alright, we're just gonna jump down here. Anyway, yeah, so tomorrow, I'm gonna react to the Xenoblade Zone Zero 2.0 live stream. I'm gonna have that video up as soon as the live stream is done. So I'll look forward to that. I'm not gonna stream it, just because I just want to record a video and then I want to go edit it after. Yeah, we're gonna start stream earlier in the day because I need to get the VGen commission done. I'm going to get that one done, and then we're going to work on the game. And yeah, that's basically it. That's basically it. Sharp, I can't hear how loud it is. Like when the VOD is up, rewinding it to see how it was. It's just, you know what? I just look at OBS and I look at like what's green and what's red and what's yellow. Alright, and then the game is green and I'm in the yellow, which means that the vacuum is supposed to be quieter than me. But it's not, so we'll see. We'll see. Anyway. And that is that. That's how it goes. Alright everybody, I am going to call it a night. Wait, actually, let's raid somebody. We have a lot of viewers right now for some odd reason. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I appreciate it, guys. I really do. Especially all the lurkers, all the chatters. Alright. I just showing up, guys. I really appreciate it. Alright. But I gotta show appreciation for the lurkers for the one time, right? Alright, thank you guys for watching. Alright, who am I going to raid? Let me look at who I'm following. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm seeing people that I followed. And they were so small. And now they're like, they get like 30, 40 viewers. And I'm like, oh, I was gonna raid them. And now I feel like I'm clout chasing if I raid them. Alright, we're gonna raid Maya. And it looks like Maya is playing Fantasy Life. That's really cute. Let's raid her. Alright. Kamiguru is up. He is. We'll raid him next time because I raided him already pretty recently. So we'll raid Maya. All right. Anyway, guys, hope you had a good one. Remember, antenna waves are nice, so I will see you all next time. Bye bye. You guys have permission to do the raid, but not to shout out? That's crazy.